and welcome. It is common to hear and say, the young shall grow. This reminds us that the younger generation will one day take over from the older generation. However, the unspoken truth in that saying is that training and retraining are the keys to natural progression. In line with this timeless wisdom, Nigerian Shippers Council has always organized a training session. Who are the participants? What is the theme? And what is the workshop about? We'll find out shortly. And that's not all. On today's episode, we'll also bring you updates from the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy. Our tidbit segment will continue to maintain its place of pride with Maria Uwekule. Do stay tuned as we go on a short break.
For more than 5 decades, we have empowered and protected the interests of shippers in the nation's maritime industry. Our focus is to facilitate trade, regulate tariffs and rates, as well as handle shippers' complaints on cargo losses, damage and non-delivery. We offer dispute resolution mechanism for shipping and trade disputes between shippers and service providers. We are Nigerian Shippers Council, Nigeria's port economic regulator, your gateway to a thriving maritime sector. Nigerian Shippers Council will meet you at the port of your need.
Welcome back. You are watching The Shipper, your go-to program for concise updates on the developments in the maritime sector. Proudly brought to you by Nigerian Shippers Council, the nation's port economic regulator. I am Victoria Yavala. To achieve its core mandate of enabling a fair and economically viable maritime environment to both service providers and users of maritime services, Nigerian Shippers Council has consistently made it a duty to keep its staff abreast of modern trends and knowledgeable. To this end, regular workshops are offered to staff to realign them in terms of best practices within the industry. One of such events is the sensitization program held recently for officers on grade level 3 to grade level 17 at the council's headquarters in Lagos. For the full story, let's hand the ropes over to Lucy Yambi as she presents the story as compiled by our correspondent, Adeshina Abiodun.
Capacity development, being one of the priorities of Nigerian Shippers Council, ensures a well-structured plan with ready, capable, and knowledgeable staff prepared to step into positions of authority as future leaders. Over the years, the Council has organized several training programs, including those on succession planning and enterprise content management systems, ECMS, aimed at enhancing staff competence, operational effectiveness, and overall organizational efficiency. Building on these strategic initiatives, the Council recently held another impactful sensitization workshop themed Synergy and Collaboration in the Workplace. The session was specifically designed to strengthen teamwork, enhance communication, and foster cooperation across departments, all geared toward creating a more unified, productive, and forward-looking council. The workshop was declared opened by Dr. Pius Akuta MON, the Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of Nigerian Shippers Council. He was ably represented by the Director, Special Duties Department, Mr. Moses Abere, who emphasized that to achieve Council's strategic objective, unity of purpose and teamwork are essential.
We seem to create our own kingdoms in our departments, our units, and our divisions. Create their own kingdom in their sphere of influence, which is very, very, very bad as an organization. If we have to move forward, we have to optimize our work here. We have to break down those silos. We have to start or begin again or reinvent or recalibrate to entrench a culture of collaboration in this place. It's very crucial. Henry Ford, the American car maker, he said, coming together is just a beginning. Keeping together is progress. But working together is success. What that emphasizes the importance and the benefits of collaboration.
A talent management consultant and resource person at the workshop, Mr. Tom Ebong, discussed the meaning and scope of collaboration, highlighting its critical role in driving organizational growth and innovation.
Organizational teamwork is critical. If I'm the CEO, I won't be the driver. If I'm the CEO, I won't be the cleaner. If I'm the CEO, I won't be the risk management person. So you need people to achieve your dream. And if you have to go forward, you need to develop that skill of working with people. It's called skill management, working with people and also being able to communicate whatever you want to do with those people. I would say 1 + 1 is equal to 2 in collaboration. But in synergy, 1 + 1 is greater than 3 or 4 or 5, right? One takes you together, help you to bring ideas together, right? I always also say that synergy is the senior brother of collaboration. Because if you can't collaborate, you leverage from collaboration. Synergy is supposed to give you a multiplier effect of what people have done together as a team. So when you bring in synergy, it means that you want a greater performance, you want a greater height, you want a greater result. And every organization, even like NSC 8, you sure need collaboration because of the various stakeholders that you have. And if you can do that, bring that stakeholder into your collaboration, I'm sure synergy, which is the higher performance and result, will surely come into place.
The Director, Regulatory Services Department of Nigerian Shippers Council, Mrs. Margaret Ogbunna, expressed her firm belief in teamwork and emphasized the importance of interdepartmental cooperation for greater efficiency.
This is a Nigerian Shippers Council. There is something we must learn to do, that is dropping our baggages. I have discovered in our collaborative meetings, I'm advocate of teamwork. I work in teams. I don't encourage single work. I always pick teams, even if it's to do a paper. I'll take a group of teams and say do this, so that teamwork will always be flowing. Here we have roles. Every department is given what they term functional responsibilities of every department. The office has even gone further. When we are doing ministerial cascading down of the now, you draw your goal from the presidency. It's cascaded to the ministerial level. Then the ministers go for another meeting with the CEOs. They cascade it down to the CEOs. The CEOs will come back, have meeting with the directors, the directorate cadre, and cascade down to the directorate and the divisions. The directors, when they come back, they're supposed to cascade it down to their different units. And the heads of those units are supposed to also cascade it down to the very last person in the department. So when you do that, what you're expecting, for instance, is that you begin to think on your own work that is cascaded. You don't begin to look at what other people are doing. When the others think out something from their own schedule and begin to drive you see some people feeling jealous. Meanwhile, you have your own, you have not done anything about your own, and you now want to come and sit on somebody else's schedule, leaving your own schedule. You will not be scored based on that person's schedule. You'll be scored on you delivering your own work.
Dr. Bashir Ambi, head of the Council's Complaints Unit, cautioned against self-praise, advocating instead for collective ownership of achievements within the Council.
To be ourselves, maintain our individuality, possess the prerequisites of carrying the young ones along. The issue of seniority, I am an assistant director, I am a chief officer, I am a director, I am so, doesn't arise. Though even at the beer parlor there must be leaders, there are elders. But however, we are talking of what do you contribute to the development of Shippers Council, to add value. If we are to achieve that more, the era of you holding document, keeping it in a file, must be discarded. I think it's high time all of us rise up to discard that corrupt attitude. Nobody is better than anybody. If we are to help Akuta Pius Ukema, Esquire, MON, FCILT, PhD, then let's all of us come together and work as one family. Nobody ever succeed in isolation. No one ever succeed in isolation. So team spirit is very important. That is all that this law is saying.
The Deputy Director, Learning and Development, Mrs. Ese Ebusimba, reiterated the importance of collaboration among departments, especially at this crucial stage of the Council's transformation journey.
This program on interdepartmental collaboration is so needed at this hour because there is need for departments to collaborate for growth, for efficiency, for greater productivity. Collaboration brings out the best in us, helps us to build team spirit, helps us to understand ourselves and actually achieve greater results.
According to Mr. Obinna Ofurum, the Assistant Director, Public-Private Partnership Unit, collaboration and synergy are pivotal to achieve robust decision-making.
Consistent interdepartmental meetings, joint task execution, and resolution of issues together by departments, by units, will be the best way to actualize this collaboration that we're looking at. When we want to succeed and achieve the shared objective of an organization, and then there should be a deliberate intention by every department, every unit in this organization to collaborate and synergize.
In an interview with the Shipper, Mrs. Ostina Ogbonnaya, Deputy Director, Collaboration and Synergy Division of the Special Duties Department, extolled the many values in collaboration in an organization.
It is no more application of me, and me mindset has to be eradicated, but rather we mindset to work in uniformity, to be able to be open-minded, to have mind of communication, open communication, transmitting what you do to others so that there will be openness in the system, not closing up on your activities, so that the whole system will be aware of what each department, each person is doing, because we are working for a collective goal for the growth of this organization. It is not a personal thing. It's not a competition. We are not here competing. Rather, we are looking for ways of improving and ensuring that the system moves forward and grow effectively.
With a robust lineup of speakers, the workshop provided an avenue for interactions and contributions for participants.
I learned that collaboration is not outshining others. So when I'm collaborating with my team members, my idea must not always be the one that everybody will work with. Both the leader and the led must have the same mindset. And as a leader, you must have these listening ears. In an organization, you as a leader, if you don't have this listening spirit, you'll be able to achieve what you ought to achieve. Listen from your subordinates, you will learn from them. Through that, you'll be able to achieve the goal. Even you as a subordinate, you also must have that listening spirit, corrective spirit. That is how we can achieve the set goal.
What it means is it's not just about you, it's about teamwork. It's a mindset. It's something you should have within you, as well as you should be able to identify people working with you as a team. Everybody cannot be the same. We have our strengths and weaknesses. So you need to identify it so you don't have issues or problems with anybody you're working with.
Sensitization program on collaboration and synergy was very, very enlightening and informative. And my key takeaway was the fact that we need to carry everybody along in the team, because everybody would always have an input that will make to achieve the overall goal and objective of the organization.
You mentioned something that synergy and collaboration is not just a phrase. That's a competitive advantage that will make you understand, differentiate good organization from a great one, in the sense that where there's synergy and collaboration, it will not only improve the organization, it will also improve the individuals working there.
As a regular feature in the line of duty at Nigerian Shippers Council, these training workshops provide an opportunity for staff to learn, refresh, and interact amongst themselves, thus ensuring a good environment for synergy and collaboration in achieving the goals and objectives of the Council.
And that's how it unfolded. As observers at the workshop, even we at the Shipper picked up a few valuable tips on collaboration and synergy at the workplace, which you, our treasured viewer, will definitely benefit from. The Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, of the United Nations has applauded the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola CON, for his strong commitment to boosting Nigeria's fish production and driving sustainable growth in the nation's blue economy. During a visit to the minister's office in Abuja, the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization representative in Nigeria and the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, Dr. Hussein Gaden, commended the ministry's development of the national policy on marine and blue economy, calling it a comprehensive roadmap that positions Nigeria as a pace setter in Africa. He added that FAO will continue to provide technical support to strengthen the fisheries and aquaculture value chain. Responding, the minister expressed appreciation for Food and Agriculture Organization's partnership, saying Nigeria has the capacity to meet its own fish demand, and our goal is to close the production gaps that have forced us to rely on importation for decades. By boosting local production, we can conserve foreign exchange, create new jobs, and open opportunities for thousands of young people and investors in line with the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. The minister added that the ministry was committed to ensuring that Nigeria's marine and blue economy sector evolves into a major contributor to national development. Let's now synergize and collaborate with Maria Uwekule for updates in the local and international maritime industry.
Hello and welcome to another segment of Titbits on the Shipper. I'm Maria Uwekule. Stay with us as we explore the latest stories and moments shaping the maritime industry. Let's get started. In a bid to strengthen Nigeria's export logistics framework, the Port Harcourt Chamber of Commerce, in partnership with the Institute of Export Operations and Management, convened a strategic meeting themed Boosting Export Cargo Through Port Harcourt Airport. The event took place at the PHC Sima Hall in Port Harcourt. Representing the zonal coordinator from the South-South Zonal Coordinating Office, Mrs. Justina Ukiwe, were Mrs. Beauty Oluku and Mr. Dagogo, operations officers from the South-South Coordinating Office, underscoring the Council's support for initiatives aimed at strengthening the nation's export chain. The meeting brought together exporters, regulators, logistics providers, freight forwarders, and government agencies to discuss ways to enhance export operations through the Port Harcourt International Airport. Key discussions focused on upgrading export infrastructure, streamlining cargo handling, and improving synergy among supply chain stakeholders. Participants highlighted the need for coordinated action to boost non-oil exports from South-South region, address operational challenges, and ensure compliance with global standards. As the port economic regulator, the NSC engaged stakeholders on issues affecting export logistics and emphasized its role in promoting fair trade practices and operational efficiency. The Council also advocated for sustainable frameworks to enhance Nigeria's export competitiveness. The engagement reinforced the NSC's commitment to supporting economic diversification and strengthening the global standing of Nigerian exporters. We encourage you to follow our social media pages at NG Shippers on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube for more of our latest events, updates, and information. Let's take a look at our complaints register for the week. The Nigerian Shippers Council has received 5 complaints. 3 have been resolved, while 2 are still ongoing. These cases include cases of cargo diversion, outrageous billing, container demurrage, fraud and abuse of maritime service license, and withheld shipment. We encourage stakeholders to visit our website at www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng for more information or to lodge their concerns. Now, let's switch our focus to our international maritime news. South Korean business leaders are signaling confidence in continued domestic investment as a new multi-billion-dollar agreement channels significant industrial spending into the U.S. market. To balance the shift, they are pursuing opportunities to build more products for U.S. customers within Korea, including potential work on U.S. Navy vessels, according to Chosun Daily and Mail Business News. President Lee Jae-myung said the government is seeking policy changes to allow Korean yards to construct U.S. naval ships. HD Hyundai chairman Chung Ki-soon added that easing U.S. defense regulations is essential for expanded cooperation. U.S. law currently bars the Navy from building ships built abroad meaning any new build work in Korea would require a waiver or legal amendment. A phased plan is already in motion. Korean shipyards have completed overhaul work on USNS Wally Shira, and a new agreement between both countries expands maintenance, repair, and overhaul cooperation to include combat ships. Industry leaders point to recent U.S. Coast Guard orders placed with Finnish yards as a precedent for foreign construction waivers. However, Congress still inserts a no foreign build clause in annual defense bills, a key obstacle that would need to be removed for large-scale contracts. And that brings us to the end of today's edition of Tidbits on the Shipper. Join us again next week for more insights and updates from the maritime world.
For more than 5 decades, we have empowered and protected the interests of shippers in the nation's maritime industry. Our focus is to facilitate trade, regulate tariffs and rates, as well as handle shippers' complaints on cargo losses, damage and non-delivery. We offer dispute resolution mechanism for shipping and trade disputes between shippers and service providers. We are Nigerian Shippers Council, Nigeria's port economic regulator, your gateway to a thriving maritime sector. Nigerian Shippers Council will meet you at the port of your need.
As we drop anchor on today's episode, remember, no ship sails on the whims of its captain alone. Success is achieved when we all pool together resources and knowledge. Our voyage passes for now, but we are just a message away on our social media handles at NG Shippers. Until next time, do have a smooth sailing week ahead.